Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Anthony Williams. I am your play-by-play announcer, joined by Brian Nelson and Danae Crumpton, your color commentators for tonight's game. We are here at the Solano Community College gym, getting ready to watch the Solano Falcons take on the Skyline Trojans. Brian, Solano has a brand new team this year. What can you expect from them this season?
Really early on, you expect a game like this in a tournament setting to really have an opportunity for Coach Nagel to really decide what his lineup is going to be and decide what his rotation, who plays with who the best, what kind of chemistry his young team has. Only 2 returning freshmen from last year are coming into their sophomore campaigns on this roster, 4 sophomores overall, so not a ton of leadership necessarily and experience-wise, but this is the type of atmosphere where you find out who your leaders are, who your go-to guys are, so this will be a learning experience for Solano.
Thank you, Brian. And Danae, Solano, they don't have a true big man on their lineup, on their team this year. If you see their lineup, they have a whole bunch of small forwards and a whole bunch of guards. What do they need to do against the bigger Skyline Trojans to get this victory today?
Well, you don't want to miss any uncontested shots. That just gives the other team another chance at the rebound with their size. But also, you still want to box out, because if your hustle is there, you'll be there to get the basketball when they shoot it.
And yes, I agree with you. If you hustle hard, you could get through anything against any opponent. And we will be right back with the Solano Falcons taking on the Skyline Trojans.
If you have an interest in a career in sports broadcasting,
whether it's behind the scenes or on camera,
then this is the class for you.
Class is held every Wednesday from 1:30 to 4:30 in room 121 alongside the library building.
For more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu.
we hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
it's more than just sports. It's an education.
Hey guys, it's Majnik Anderson, and I'm here with Destiny Greenwood, aka D2. She's a part of the women's volleyball team and women's basketball team. So Destiny, what brings you out to the game tonight?
I just love to support our fellow boys team because they did come to support us, so it's only right to support them.
And I know you guys, the volleyball team is out on the state championship, so how do you feel about that?
It feels really good to have an undefeated season with amazing girls, amazing teammates. I love them. They're more than teammates, they're my sisters.
Well, Destiny, thank you for stopping by.
You're welcome.
Back to you guys.
We are getting ready for the tip-off. Your starting lineups for tonight. For Solano, we have number 1, Isaiah Dupachan, number 2, Leon Williams, number 10, Andrew Meme, number 20, Maurice Kimball, and number 23, Trayvon Ross. And for the Skyline Trojans, we have number 3, Darnay Stewart, number 15, Clayton Ladine, number 21, Romel Green, number 33, Jacob Lloyd, and number 45, Chris Fontaine.
And Chris Fontaine, I think, is the name to look out for Skyline, being 6'7". We talked about the size discrepancy between these two teams and what Danae said in the pregame about hustle. So look for Maurice Kimball and Trayvon Ross to maybe put in some extra effort to out-rebound the 6'7" Fontaine.
Yeah, that sounds like that's where the offensive rebounds come from.
As we are ready for tip-off. And the tip goes out of bounds, and it will be Solano's ball.
It'll be interesting to see what the half-court offense is for Solano. Sometimes Solano gets in the bad habit of getting a little hero ball and going a little bit too one-on-one. We'll see what their balance is here in the half-court.
As we have number 1, Dupachan with the ball, looking to passes it to Kimball. Kimball dribbles, looking to passes it to Meme. Meme for the 3, hits the shot, and Solano on the board early.
Meme for the tray.
Yeah, you're going to hear a lot of rhyming with me and Brian in the booth. As number 33, Jacob Lloyd puts up a shot and misses. Dupachan with the rebound, pushing it up court. Driving to the hole, looks for the pass as it gets batted down and out of bounds.
Pass as well. He has to keep his eyes open.
I love, though, the pace that Duplatron had on that fast break. Just a good heads-up play by Clayton Ledeen to put his hand in the passing lane.
As Campbell throws the ball into Williams. Williams dribbling on the top of the court. As Ross gives it to Duplatron. Duplatron back to Williams. Williams for the two-point shot. Misses. Rebound by Fontaine. As Skyline pushes the ball up court. Ledeen with the ball. Passes it to Green. Green back to Ledeen. Ledeen to Lloyd. Lloyd dribbling. Goes for the shot. Misses. Rebound by Fontaine and puts it in.
There's that size. He's in there boxing out, being big.
As Kimbrough with the ball, gives it to Williams at the top of the key. Williams dribbling, looking for the offense to set up, gives it to number 10, Meme. Meme looking for a shot, gives it to Duplatron. Duplatron for the three, misses, rebound by Fontaine. Ledeen pushing the ball up court. Being guarded by Duplatron. Darnay Stewart throws it into Fontaine. Fontaine can't handle the ball, gives it to his forward on the outside as Darnay Stewart has the ball, gives it back to Ledeen. Ledeen dribbling, pass it to Romel Green, but he can't handle the pass, and it goes out of bounds. Solano ball.
Too many passes causes a turnover. Nobody wanted to score or shoot. They really were confused at the time.
Yeah, Lloyd was very hesitant. He had a wide open three attempt over there. He just passed on it, did not feel confident in his three-point stroke, and the overpassing led to the turnover. Good rotation by the Solano defense.
Very good.
As Meme throws up a tray, misses. Ball last touched by Solano as Skyline will take the ball out.
So Skyline is pretty much content to let Solano jack up all these three-point shots. Only 1 of 4 so far. We'll see if this is a trend that continues.
Yeah, Solano not having any size. They don't have a down low presence, so they really don't have a choice but to shoot outside shots. As Darnay Stewart drops to the hole, and an offensive rebound by Fontaine.
Kimball, a little says like, what did I do? I was just out, and somehow I get the foul called on me. With a big body like Fontaine, Kimball just not able to box him out, and Fontaine goes to the line.
Fontaine looking to dominate with his size. I wonder how well they'll do once he comes off the floor. Maybe they can capitalize, box out a little bit more. Maybe the size discrepancy won't be as big.
And Fontaine misses his first free throw of the night. Gets ready for his second one. And he misses that one too. The rebound by Meme. Or rebound by Green. Passes it to Duplatron up court for the easy layup, but he misses the shot.
There goes that missing open shots. Creates rebounds.
As you see Green with the ball, goes to the hoop, goes up for a shot and hits it.
Great hesitation move to let Meme kind of blow by him on that contest. Wide open layup for Skyline.
As Leon Williams gives it to number 23, Trayvon Ross. He goes to the hoop and takes it right at Fontaine.
Takes it upon himself. That's some hero ball right there.
But Skyline with the deep outlet pass. And they're just too big down low for Solano to handle. As Jacob Lloyd gets the 2 points on that possession. And number 1, Duplatron with the ball. Uses his screen by Ross, goes to the hoop with the jelly, but he misses the layup. And Fontaine running the ball up court. It should have been a back court maybe. As Darnay Stewart with the ball, passes it to Romel Green at the top of the key, setting up the offense, gives it to Darnay Stewart. Stewart passes to Fontaine at the top of the key. Fontaine to number 15, Ledeen. Ledeen to Darnay Stewart for the three. Misses, but rebound by Fontaine, but he falls down. Rebound by Solano. Meme pushing the ball up court. Pass to Duplatron. Pass to Kimball. Kimball out to Williams. Williams setting up the offense. Smart play by Williams. Williams uses the screen by Ross to the hole. And the and one basket by Leon Williams.
And Williams took that upon himself to create the foul, create the contact, and one.
Yeah, Solano's getting good looks now at the rim after predominantly in the first couple minutes just shooting threes, they decided to take a more aggressive approach. A couple easy misses by Duplatron could have had Solano up a little bit more, but Solano up one, looking to add another point here.
Leon Williams looking to convert the three-point play.
We have the first substitute of the game. Sterling Thomas comes in for Maurice Kimball.
Yeah, Sterling Thomas, number 11.
As well as Rajon Washington.
As Ladine with the ball passes to number 11. Julian Knockham back to Ladine. Ladine to number 30. Buckner. As Fontaine with the rebound, goes up strong with the basket.
Fontaine is a monster inside.
Yeah,
when does he get tired?
Really good rotation from the defense, but unfortunately, with all the rotation, just out of position to block out Fontaine when there's a missed shot for Skyline.
They have to remember where he's at all times,
Yeah, they need to put a body on Fontaine because he could have a big night rebounding. As he changes the shot, and the ball is being tipped, Ladine pushing the ball up court.
Again, another point-blank miss for Solano. You got to execute it when you're in that close.
Number 11, Julian Knockham, trying to get the basket, but he misses, and Leon Williams pushing the ball up court, gives it to Meme. Meme gives it back to Williams at the top of the key. Williams being patient, gives it to Ross. Ross gives it back to Williams. Looking to use the screen. Ooh, nice pass to Ross, but he gets blocked by Fontaine. As Ladine can't catch up with the pass, and the pass goes out of bounds.
So sloppiness from both sides. Solano, they've been getting pretty good looks. It's a matter of just executing. I think if you're Coach Nagel, you're not exactly happy with your guys execution-wise, but the looks that they're getting would be stuff that Coach Nagel would love to take all afternoon.
Yes, they have to start finishing. I mean, the rebounds are lopsided, but the score is still the same. So it's just on who starts locking in and making shots.
And now we have Contrell Dixon running the point guard, number 3, as he passes to Rajon Washington for the 3, misses. The ball is being tipped. Rebound by Maurice Kimball, and he goes up strong for the basket.
Falcon showing some life inside.
Yeah, Solano almost getting caught napping as Buckner goes up for the 3, misses. Rebound by Dixon. Dixon up to Maurice Kimball. Kimball for the easy layup.
Wonderful vision. He found the man, found the right pass.
Yeah, Kimball leaked out there. Fortunate Solano got that rebound as he got that easy left-handed layup.
We have Ladine with the ball. Ladine gives it to Phillips. Phillips to number 32, Cabayas. Ladine dribbles, passes to Phillips. Phillips hits the three-point shot. As Leon Williams brings the ball up court. Pass to Kimball. Kimball gives it to Dixon. Dixon gives it to Williams in the corner. Williams driving, gives it to Washington. Washington misses the layup.
But it was a great cut by Washington. Again, just not finishing at the bucket.
As Ladine dribbles, he's going to the basket and he travels.
Shuffled his feet. Gets caught sleeping.
Yeah,
happens all the time.
That's about the third or fourth kind of mental mistake we see from Skyline. Bad passes, leading guys too far ahead of them, and there that travel. Skyline's just playing a little bit sloppy here. Even though they had some momentum going with Fontaine's size, they haven't really capitalized on it and trail 12-11.
And Solano needs to capitalize before Fontaine comes back in, and then they have to figure out a new game plan.
As Ross hands it off to Meme. Meme gives it to Kimball. Kimball for the mid-range shot, misses. Rebound by Skyline as Buckner has the ball driving to the hole, goes up for the right-handed layup and hits it.
Great change of hands mid-dribble to go to the right side to finish that layup.
Yeah, number 30, Keydron Buckner with the basket. As Andrew Meme with the ball. Hands it off to Ross. Ross gives it to Dixon. Dixon looking to penetrate with the left-handed layup. Misses as it rolls off the basket. Ladine with the rebound. Just pushing the ball up court.
A little too much English there from Dixon.
Ledeen gives it to 32. Tobias gives it to Buckner, but illegal screen, I believe it was.
I think Tobias shuffled his feet there for the travel. So again, mental mistake from Skyline, causing a turnover, letting Solano get possession once again.
Turnover was just another chance for the other team to score.
As Dixon gives it to Kimbo. Kimbo gives it to Meme. Meme hands it off to Dixon. Dixon looking to pass, gives it to Kimbo. Kimbo hands it to Meme. Meme looking to penetrate. Pass gets deflected. Dixon with the ball. Dixon looking for a shot, and he misses.
Dixon and Kimbo taking a more veteran role, making the passes, but they also have to shoot. They have to be the smart ones and make the plays and get this team going.
Yeah, I will say overall, though, in the first about 9 minutes of this game, Solano's offense does look pretty good. I talked about not playing hero ball, not playing one-on-one. They're doing a lot of good things, sending good screens, making good back cuts. So I think there's a nice flow to the offense. It's just a matter of converting those opportunities.
Yes, Kedron Buckner drives. Ledeen with the shot. Misses. Rebound by Dixon. Dixon pushing the ball up court. Dixon gives it to Kimbo. Kimbo gives it back to Dixon. Dixon passes to Meme. Meme gives it to Kimbo. Kimbo looking for a shot. Gives it to number 11, Sterling Thomas. Thomas with the shot. Misses. Rebound by Kedron Buckner. Buckner gives it to Ledeen.
See, that was a possession where I didn't like that shot selection. A step back three-point shot. That's not a high percentage for anybody to make, especially for your backup guards. I think really Solano's offense was in the flow when their starters were out there, either Duplatron or Williams handling the point. They seemed to have a really good control of the offense. When those two were sitting on the bench, that's when you started to see things stagnate a little bit on offense. I saw at the scores table Duplatron is about to check back in, so I think that's a wise move from Coach Nagel.
We'll get everything flowing. I feel like they should have more veterans playing together. They're still figuring things out together. This is their first year together. It's a new team. So it's just time. Hopefully they get through this game and they get to it and make it to play American River, and they'll be there by then.
Yeah, you mentioned American River. American River won the last game of the tournament, so the winner faces American River. The loser faces College of the Redwoods in this in the fall tournament here at Solano, with Solano hosting.
We have number 32, Josh Cabayas, taking the ball out, pass to Ledeen. Ledeen, the leading assist man on the team, as Fontaine gets the ball down low, and there's no stopping him once he gets down low.
Fontaine is like the Hulk. They put him back in the game, and it's their size is gone.
As number 10, Andrew Meme has the ball, looking to penetrate. Goes up for the shot, but Fontaine tosses it back.
Wonderful move by Meme. Fontaine's size is just unmatched.
Yeah, Fontaine at 6'7", 260. That's a lot of size right there.
That's a big guy.
He's basically a LeBron James right now.
Playing college level, that's scary.
Trayvon Ross with a good putback shot.
To me, he reminds me of an older player, Robert Tractor Trailer. Rest in peace to the big tractor, but that kind of size inside with his rebounding ability.
And you threw it back there with that one, Brian.
Yeah, the old Memphis Grizzlies center. As he gets the ball down low from number 33, Jacob Lloyd. Fontaine with the easy layup. They fell asleep on
Fontaine. They can't do that. That comes to boxing out and hustling.
That's Fontaine with the monstrous rebound, gives it to Ledeen. Ledeen gives it to number 32, Josh Cabayas. Cabayas back to Ledeen. They're swinging the ball around. As Moises Sandoval has the ball, penetrates, jump stops, hook shot, misses everything. Rebound by Dixon. Dixon pushing the ball up court, gives it to Dupachan. Dupachan drives to the hole and gets fouled.
Yeah, it looked like a little hand check there.
Yeah, a little touchy foul. Refs are being strict.
It's only the second team foul. It's been a pretty clean game so far. Both teams combining for only 3 team fouls, 1 for Solano, 2 for Skyline. So it's made for a really good pace to the game, not a lot of stops and starts.
Yeah, the refs are just controlling the flow of the game.
As Dixon has the ball, uses the screen from Ross. Now he gives it to Ross. Ross with the advantage. Ross with the spin move with the layup.
Oh my goodness, he cooked that man.
Oh, Chef Ross with the basket. Yeah, Trayvon Ross with some nice post moves. You don't see that from a lot of people anymore.
Oh no, everybody gives up on post moves and goes straight to the three. It's a lost art.
Yeah, even in the NBA, you have people that really don't use post moves. You really don't see any true centers in the league anymore, with Hassan Whiteside, Dwight Howard, Marc Gasol being a few left.
That was a great inbounds play to free up Buckner for that easy deuce.
Solano pushing the ball up court. Meme with the ball, passes to Leon Williams. Williams passes it back to Meme.
I've been seeing their favor in that right wing, Solano.
Yeah, they've actually been favoring both wings. That's kind of where the offense starts for them. As Meme chalks up a three-point shot, misses, rebound by Fontaine. Ladine pushes it up to Buckner. Buckner forgets the ball.
Butterfingers.
As Fontaine has the ball, gives it to Buckner for the three. And he gets back. He redeems himself on that play.
That link-up play right there was beautiful.
And the Skyline on the defensive side is going with a 3-2 zone, pretty much daring Solano to beat them from the outside.
As Dixon shoots the ball but misses. And
Dixon has to capitalize on those open shots. That's what I was talking about in the beginning of the game. That creates rebounds, and they were just lucky enough to get that one back.
Yeah, Solano, after making their first three from Mime, have not made a three-point shot since.
Skyline falls asleep on the inbounds play, and Williams will head to the free throw line.
Yeah, this is a way to stop momentum, stop the clock. Obviously, try to get some points back as Skyline's gone on a nice little run here. Solano needs to stem the momentum that Skyline has been gaining in order to keep this game close in this first half.
Oh, Falcons need both of those. Both of these are free. These should be easy.
Leon Williams' first shot goes in. The 6'3" player from Vanden High School, sophomore.
I went to Vanden myself my freshman and sophomore year. It's a good school. Coaches are good, bring out a lot of good players. So I'm hoping to see more from this guy.
Yeah, we'll see a lot of Vanden products from the girls team as well. I believe Cassandra Jones was from Vanden, the excellent three-point shooter.
Yeah, speaking of Cassandra Jones, nice to see her again this year after seeing her get injured last year with the knee injury.
It was actually in the basketball tournament that the Solano Falcons held.
My God, that was a man's board. They called the jump ball.
Yeah, we
Fontaine and they're fighting three Falcons.
Yes.
Dixon, Campbell, Leon. Got rough in there.
Yes, Fontaine.
Looks like it got sweaty down there.
Fontaine hits the floor, and now there's a big wet spot on the ground. I think I felt the ground shake a little bit. Did you guys feel that?
A little bit, yeah. That's a big man.
A grown man. As Ladine will inbound the ball. Ladine setting up the offense. Number 30, Kidron Buckner has the ball, gives it to Ladine. Ladine penetrates, gets tied up, and he travels.
Ladine looking for the foul. I think Clay Ladine is a player to watch for Skyline. Second leading scorer in their only played one game. But last year we saw what Ladine did from the outside. Excellent three-point shooter. Really runs the team as a point guard, but has yet to attempt a shot because he realizes how much Fontaine is dominating inside. But if he gets going alongside Fontaine, that's a 1-2 punch Skyline can depend on.
Oh, I agree with that. Ladine's got Hawkeye vision. He's been moving the ball great, and when he's got Fontaine out there, it's just link-up play. Beautiful.
Yeah, Ladine leads the Trojans in assists this year with 4 in their first game. As he chalks up a shot, and he hits
it. There it is for you, Brian.
Yeah, it's a beautiful stroke. Nothing but nylon on that three-point attempt. He was 4 of 9 in his first game. There, 1 of 1 to start out this game.
As you see, Dixon gives it to Leon Williams. Williams looking to pass, gives it back to Dixon. Dixon gives it back to Williams for the 3. Misses it. Rebound by the Trojans as Kedron Buckner drives up court, gives it to Ladine. Ladine with the mid-range shot, misses. Rebound by Solano. Solano pushing the ball up court. Williams slows the ball down as he penetrates, gives it to Kimbo down low, and he gets the shot.
Very comfortable finishing with his left hand. That's the second left-handed finish we've seen inside from Kimball.
Buckner gives it to number 33, Jacob Lloyd down low, and he gets the basket.
Oh, he got big in there. The backboard. That's fundamental right there.
Yeah, he got the early possession, and from there on, it was just over. Williams has the ball for Solano. Gives it to Dupachan. Dupachan looking to penetrate, gives it to Kimbo. Kimbo gives it to Dupachan for the three, and he hits another three.
Maybe we can get some more of those from Dupachan. Maybe that's why they keep shooting them.
And that was the first one from dead on center.
As Ladine matches him on the
goes
other
that Hawkeye
side.
vision.
That's a
I
big
guess he
boy
sees
three.
passes and buckets. Buckets are going to come, Brian.
That was a good 3 feet from behind the three-point line for college.
Dixon with the crossover. It goes to the hole and finishes.
Dixon being a veteran out there. He can't let his team down.
He is one of the 4 sophomores that Solano does have on their roster out of Benicia High. Contrail Dixon with the hoop and possible three-point play.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to talk to Contrail Dixon in class about that one because that was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, that should be a crime for that.
Yeah, some excellent basketball last 3 possessions.
Yeah. Contrail Dixon at the line. It seems like you won't really see him force anything. He looks for his shot, kind of like Chris Paul. Chris Paul doesn't force anything. As Skyline, they get an easy look but misses. But back to Dixon, you won't really see him force anything as he loses the ball there.
Surprised it didn't go off his knee there. Fortunate bounce, and Dixon will take a seat on the bench.
He got excited. He was heating up. That last and one had him flowing.
There's some nice explosion from Dixon on his dribbling, and he is left-handed, I believe. That time drove with his left, kind of surprised the Skyline defender.
Oh, that left-hand stroke is always nice, Brian.
As number 12 or 13, Anthony Jones checks in the game. And Leon Williams looking to go.
Oh my goodness, he threw him in the blender.
Oh my God, Leon Williams dropping bodies out there. But unfortunately, there was a turnover and Skyline has the ball as they swing the ball around. Kedron Buckner for the three, misses. Rebound by Williams. Williams passes up court to Jones. Jones misses the layup. Rebound by Ladine.
That's about the 3rd or 4th missed layup we've seen from Solano.
Yeah, you can't miss that. You can't miss those at all.
Buckner tries another three, misses, but a rebound by Darnay Stewart.
Darnay Stewart just elevated like he almost left the gym.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get a putback dunk on that one. As Darnay Stewart got fouled, and he will shoot 2.
So that's 2 fouls on Maurice Kimball. Both team fouls in this half are on Kimball.
Yes, as Dupachan is at the scores table and will check back in along with Trayvon Ross.
And get ready for Fontaine checking back in for this last 3 minutes and 48 seconds.
Oh yeah, Trojans want to finish this one strong and big. They're leaving nothing to chance. It's a tournament game, highly competitive.
As Stewart hits the second shot.
Yeah, he gets the pair.
As Williams gives it to Meme. Meme will dribble up court. Meme hands it off to Thomas. Thomas gives it to Dupachan. Dupachan out to Williams. Williams looking to penetrate. Dribbling, catches it to Thomas. Thomas penetrates, gives it off to Ross. Ross with the basket down low as he flexes on his opponent.
Finish.
That was a great assist by Sterling Thomas. It wasn't an obvious pass. It was while he was is kind of mid-move where he suddenly just dropped it off to his forward in Trayvon Ross. So an excellent setup for Ross to complete that layup.
Falcons have to do more of that to try and catch the Trojans slipping, paying attention to one man and dish it off to another if they want to win this one. Because that's the only way they're going to get inside.
As Ross converts to and one. And Clayton Ledeen brings the ball apart, gives it to Fontaine. Fontaine back to Ledeen. Ledeen gives it to Cabayas. Cabayas gives it to Darnay Stewart for the three, and he misses, and it goes out of bounds. Solano ball.
So Solano trying to get back in this. It was a pretty tight game the first 10 minutes. Skyline went on a nice run to get the lead. Only has a 4-point lead. Solano looking to cut it down on this possession.
Hopefully they can cut it down by halftime.
Williams looking to penetrate against the bigger Fontaine, and he gets the scoop layup.
Oh, that move right there.
Yeah, one thing about Fontaine is he might be big, but he doesn't look like he's very athletic, like he doesn't jump out the gym.
With that size, he doesn't need to.
Yeah, tractors don't jump.
Yeah, but I think Solano's, they're finding out that they can really get past them if they get really creative around the hole and find their shot. They can really get to him.
Oh, yeah, because I seen he can't flip his hips that well. Like you were saying, he's not that athletic, can't jump out the gym.
Doesn't have the
so when they
movement.
start throwing it across his face, he can't switch fast enough to grab it.
And they're going to sit him down, and I think it's a wise move for if you can sub defense for offense with this timeout. Obviously put a more athletic guy in Kadron Buckner to try and switch a little bit more.
As Andrew Meme has the ball. Gives it to Williams off the screen. Williams with the three.
Beautiful play design there.
Williams stepping up and finishing this half very strong. And ones, 3-point shots. Hopefully he can carry this into the next half.
Yeah, that play, Williams looked like he was going to cut, but then circle back around for the wide open three.
As Buckner passes to Cabayas, and Cabayas gets fouled on the 3-point shot by Dupachan.
Just a bad angle on that contest.
Yeah,
Landed right where the Skyline 3-point shooter was about to land.
He's going to get a couple of free throws. Hopefully he can get this for his team and they can go into the locker room feeling pretty good about themselves.
Yeah, Solano finally back in the lead, 33-32 here. Cabayas, the freshman out of San Mateo.
Cabayas misses the first free throw attempt.
And he was 8 for 8 coming into today. So his first miss of the season.
And he makes the second free throw attempt.
Yeah, he just had to find himself, after the first one. He's got one more.
Yeah,
he can walk off with 2.
As you can see him going through the motions. With 1:57 left, or 1:55 left in the game. And Cabayas hits the third free throw attempt. As Solano inbounds the ball, Williams bringing the ball up court. Williams with the hot hand. Let's see if he could get going even more. Uses the screen from Thomas. Uses the screen from Ross. Passes to Dupachan. Dupachan penetrates. Gives it back to Williams on top of the key. Williams looking to penetrate. Pass to Dupachan. Dupachan for the three. Missed the shot. Rebound by Kadron Buckner. Ledeen pushes the ball up court up to 41, Nicholas Phillips. As Kadron Buckner has the ball, frees it to number 21, Romel Green, and he gets fouled on the play.
He just turned around and pulled. He felt the man on him pretty tight. He felt he could draw the foul. Why not?
I think it was actually on Sterling Thomas who tried to add some help defense there unnecessarily. It looked like Leon Williams was in good defensive positioning, just reached there and got him on the hand.
Oh, yeah, you got to keep your hands down. You don't want to check anything. These refs, they'll call anything. You never know how they're feeling.
With Romel Green from South San Francisco, the sophomore. In his second season, misses the second free throw. As Isaiah Dupachan has the ball. Looking to penetrate. gives it to Meme. Meme uses the screen from Ross. Gives it to one of his players, his teammate, Dupachan, on the three-point line.
Dupachan with that splat. They're heating up. The threes are starting to rain.
Romeo Green penetrating pass to Phillips. Phillips gives it to Cabayas. And Keydron Buckner for the three, but misses. Rebound by Meme, pushing the ball up court. Leon Williams with the corner three, misses. Rebound by Dupachan. And Dupachan gives it to Meme to restart the offense. Williams to Thomas. Thomas penetrating. Pass to Meme in the corner. Meme gives it to Dupachan. Dupachan penetrating. Dishes off to Thomas. Thomas for the three, and he hits this one.
So Solano heating up.
Them threes is coming, Brian.
As Keydron Buckner gives it to Ladine. Ladine gives it to Green. Green tries to feed the post, but the ball gets stolen. As Ross with the layup takes it coast to coast.
And that was a great final play. He just rode the back of the defender, didn't know which way he was going to turn, had him looking left, had him looking right, and lays it up and in. 41-35. Solano ends the half on such a hot streak and enters halftime with a 6-point lead. We were thinking Solano would be lucky just to tie the ball game up, but man, Solano really finished that half off with a bang.
I guess when Fontaine comes off the court, you know, they have to capitalize. They know they have to capitalize. That's where comes the threes. They started heating up towards the end. Maybe they can roll into the second half, and maybe it'll be more than a 6-point lead.
There you see Fontaine entering the dressing room in Skyline. They'll look to regroup here as they trail 41-35.
Yes, Fontaine leaves the court, and Solano heats up, driving to the hole a lot. As you've seen Ross get high, you've seen Leon Williams really take advantage of him being out of the game. And now we are at halftime with the score of 41-35 Solano, and we will be right back.
The exponential growth from the program from my first year to my third year now, that's what keeps me coming back and keeps me excited and just like fulfills me as a person.
I've been taking classes here for years now, so I've never actually had a class that I enjoyed quite like this one.
You know, I think it teaches you a lot about, it's confidence building to me.
It's so impressive, and we every time we walk in here, you guys are doing something different. It's great. It's great.
Nothing but opportunities here, and we have sports to cover. We have the equipment.
Because the more ambitious you are, the more opportunities you'll have. And POF with this program lets you be as ambitious as you want and lets you express yourself the way a teacher should let you.
So, like I said, it's really gratifying to us to be able to help in a way where we can see immediate results. And I think the sky's the limit, really, with what we can do here.
Get the hands-on experience.
I mean, on-the-job training is huge.
Yeah.
It's huge in this industry.
Joining the class was the best decision I ever made.
Cut three, hold the shot. Stand by, we're going to go to cut one. And cut one.
Hey guys, it's Majanique Anderson, and I'm here with Justin Brown, player of the men's baseball team. So Justin, what brings you out tonight?
I just want to see the basketball team do its thing. I've never seen them play, so it's my chance to see how they do.
And I know you guys have an upcoming season coming up. So how do you feel about your baseball team this season?
I'm feeling pretty good about the baseball season this season. You know, we're gonna have a good record. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah.
Well, thank you, Justin, for stopping by. Back to you guys.
Still halftime. As you can see, both teams shooting around, trying to get their momentum back. So, Donnell, I'm going to start with you this time. What did you see from Solano in the first half?
I've seen a lot of undecisiveness. They're favoring the wings, but they're starting to heat up. Leon Williams, he's finishing strong, going to the hole, finding the open man, and so it looks like him and Fontaine have the rival hot hands. So it looks like if they can keep Fontaine at bay, then the Falcons can walk out of here with this one.
And Brian, what do you see from Skyline? What do you see that they can work on?
Well, right now, there is kind of Fontaine or bust, where he's in the game, they feed him. The good thing is that it's been paying off, and Fontaine's been getting great stats. But the bad thing is the rest of your team doesn't get a rhythm shooting. And so when he comes out of the game, you see Skyline's offense sort of stagnate, and they start turning the ball over and making mental mistakes. So I think if Skyline can really have a balanced attack and limit the mental mistakes, they can get back in this one.
All right, and we have Solano inbounding ball, but a nice steal from Clayton Ladine as he catches the Falcons sleeping.
And that's what a leader does, is he makes those impact plays, the sophomore point guard, with that crucial steal.
He's looking pretty fired up. He's coming to the half pretty fired up. He wants to get his team rolling as well.
As Ladine looking to pass it. Pass to Green. Green feeds Fontaine in the post. Double teamed. He gets fouled. And he will head to the free throw line.
Just got to be careful with those hands in there. You can't reach in and get those ticky-tack fouls, especially 13 seconds in, 15 seconds in. You have 2 fouls already. You don't want to get into any sort of bonus situation.
Yeah, that shows just right there. Fontaine was smarter in the head. He could do that all day and get this whole team fouled out. But just like you were saying, Anthony, that's rare. You find that in basketball today. Everybody wants to shoot the three. Everybody wants to do other things.
Yeah, Fontaine hitting the first free throw shot.
That's good for Skyline. He missed his first 2 free throw attempts of the game in the first half.
And he makes the second one as well. It's Leon Williams who had the hot hand, like you said, in the first half. Closing out the first half, he scored a layup, a 3-point shot, and really carried Solano.
There's another three for you, Anthony.
As he hits another 3-point shot. Darnay Stewart passes it to. Gives it back. Ladine passes to Green in the corner. Green penetrates but loses the ball. And nice defense from Solano in this first half. In the second half.
Yeah, they did it in the first half as well, and it's carrying over. They do a nice job of moving their feet, staying active on defense. They're kind of making up for the fact that they're not long with some hustle.
As Leon Williams chucks up another 3.
Oh, that's a heat check right there.
As Ladine brings the ball up court, penetrates, pass to his teammate Lloyd. Lloyd misses the shot. Rebound by Kimbo. Williams pushing the ball up court to Meme. Meme gives it back to Williams. Williams feeds Ross in the paint. Ross misses. A little bit of contact on the shot, but doesn't get a call. As Ladine passes to Lloyd. Lloyd penetrates, and he gets a free lane down the hole. And a blocking foul will be called on Leon Williams.
Yeah, Williams saw the driving Lloyd. Lloyd not the most fleet of foot, so he thought he could get there in time, but Leon Williams was just leaning toward the left to try to draw that foul. I think it would have been better to just try to play straight-up defense against Lloyd, probably the most unathletic Skyline offensive player out there.
Yeah, as he penetrated, he wasn't going at a fast pace. It took him a while to get there.
Yeah, Lloyd has had a couple moments there where he's been second-guessing himself shooting the ball. So he's not a really comfortable perimeter player, not really a good dribbler. He's just out there for his length and some rebounding.
Yeah, that'll expose in a little bit. If you're not out there and you're really not a threat, the other team's going to see it.
Dupachan with the contested layup.
Oh, my goodness, that was beautiful. With the hop step.
Yeah, just the hesitation, and it was a perfect offensive move to just get a wide open look at the bucket.
Yeah, the explosiveness out of the hop step really gave him an advantage, and the long arms with the length finishing at the
Oh, yeah,
basket.
of course the finishing. You got to have the finish after that sweet stuff.
Yeah, speaking of finishing, who are some of the better finishers in the NBA?
I mean, you have to say Steph Curry. Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
You can't skip over them.
I was thinking Harden.
Oh, Harden is...
If he gets a chance to.
He'll create his own chance.
Usually he's fouled, so he's drawing the foul, so he's not necessarily finishing all the time. But
yeah, that's where 48 points a game come from. He's shooting like 24 free throws a game.
And also from our producer, we have Westbrook. Greg Puff says Westbrook. He's in that category too. As you see Ladine with the ball. Looking to cross over, drives to the hoop. Misses a jump shot. Rebound by Solano.
That's that team rebounding that Solano needs.
As Meme drives to the hole, pass to Ross. Ross gives it to Thomas in the corner for the three, and he hits it.
That pump fake was sent from heaven. He had that man jumping out the gym.
Second three-point shot for Sterling Thomas, who's getting some minutes as he replaced Maurice Kimball in the lineup.
Donnie Stewart pass to cutting Romeo Green, and Green gets fouled.
So really, it's been a committee effort for Solano. Isaiah Duplatron's done a nice job of getting some opportunities at the hole. Hit a couple threes in the first half. Leon Williams continued his hot start, and now Sterling Thomas has hit 2 3-pointers in this ball game.
Well, it's an 11-point lead now, and that only means that the Falcons are really getting flowing, and the Trojans are slowing down. And at this pace right here, the score is only going to go up for the Falcons.
And it's just simple math. When Solano's taking so many threes, inevitably some will go in. Skyline not really taking three-point shots at all. They're just feeding it inside the entire time.
As Green hits the second free throw. And a timeout will be called. Oh,
yeah,
no.
Just a substitution. On the free throw shooter.
As Contrell Dixon checks into the game.
Yeah, he had a nice first half off the bench.
As you see Ross driving to the hole, and Fontaine with a big boy rebound.
Fontaine almost gave him an elbow to the face on that one. It got pretty grimy in there.
Yeah, Trevon Ross is like, what, did I foul him with my face? Is that what happened? Because a lot of that contact was initiated by the big number 45, Chris Fontaine.
As Ladine drives to the hole, gives it to Buckner. Buckner gives it back to Ladine. Ladine gives it to Cabayas. Cabayas gives it to number 33, Jacob Lloyd, who tries to get it inside the paint, but the ball is tipped, and it will be Solano's ball.
Yeah, actually, before the tip, Cabayas got called for another travel. That's his third traveling violation called. Just not setting his feet before he makes his moves. Just a young, inexperienced mistake.
This is getting excited, but traveling is racking up.
As Williams has the ball off to Dixon. Dixon gives it to Ross down low. Ross tries to feed Thomas. Thomas gives it to Williams. Williams gives it to Meme. Meme gives it to Thomas. Thomas penetrating, goes to the hole and gets fouled.
Oh, man, on that last play, Meme had a nice look, but he wasn't looking at the basket as soon as he got the ball. He was looking to pass all the way. So there, you got to wonder what Meme was thinking. Obviously not shooting first. He was just trying to rotate the ball, even though he had a really good look.
Yeah, and you don't want to take that look away, because if you're not a threat, if I know you're not going to shoot, I'm not going to guard you.
Exactly.
As Williams has the ball at the top of the key. Gives it to Ross. Ross hands it off to Meme. Meme penetrating. Goes up for the mid-range shot and hits it.
They're looking for his shot.
Fontaine not moving his feet, got him ate up on that one.
As Ladine has the ball, gives it to Fontaine. Fontaine gives it back to Ladine. Ladine gives it back to Fontaine. Fontaine to Cabayas in the corner. Cabayas to Lloyd. Lloyd gives it to Ladine. Ladine penetrates with the floater. Misses. Rebound by Leon Williams.
Falcons boxing out.
Let's push the ball. The court gives it to Ross. Ross with the sidestep and the blocking foul and one.
That was a fortunate call. It looked like Jacob Lloyd was just set there in the middle, not in the restricted zone, but Solano gets the benefit of that blocking call And because Lloyd didn't go out for any sort of contest on that one, it was an easy make there for Ross to try to make a three-point play.
Yeah, and Ross with the sidestep, that's what affected it all, because if he doesn't do the sidestep and he hits him dead
Straight
in his
on,
chest,
yeah.
it possibly ends up being a charging foul. But with the sidestep, you kind of force people to react, and they kind of move to the side, and that's where the blocking foul comes in. As Ross misses the free throw, Ladine will bring the ball up court. Gives it to Buckner. Buckner penetrates. Gives it to number 23, Sandoval. Sandoval gives it to, or he goes up and misses. The Skyline gets the ball back. Cabayas turns the ball over. Good steal by Thomas.
I like this pace that the Falcons are playing. They're making Trojans make a lot of mistakes. It's giving them more opportunities, and you see the score is making a difference.
As Andrew Meme with the ball. Looking to penetrate. Goes up for the mid-range shot. Misses. Rebound by Contrell Dixon. Dixon throws it out to Leon Williams to reset the offense. Williams passes it across court to Meme. Meme to Dixon. Dixon uses a screen by Ross. Dixon travels as he slides the feet.
Yeah, I saw them feet slide. It's kind of slippery down there, at least for him.
As Skyline inbounds the ball. And Keydron Buckner has the ball, and he gives it to number 11, Julian Knockham. Knockham back to Buckner. Buckner to number 23, Sandoval. Sandoval gives it to Knockham. Knockham with the behind the back. Gives it to Buckner for the three, and he hits the three.
The left-hand stroke, he's trying to keep him alive. They need it. Obviously, Fontaine is not the center point of this offense anymore.
As Andrew Meme has the ball, pass to Dixon. Dixon looking to set up the offense. Gives it to Meme. Meme uses the screen by Trayvon Ross as they make the switch. Ross going down low, attacking the basket, and he gets the basket.
Ross super comfortable with that spin move in the post.
Oh, that's a grown man move right there. He took it back on him. All those post moves you looking for, Anthony?
Oh, yeah. I love post moves. As a big man myself, I love them. I still use post moves, if you guys were wondering, you know.
Oh, post moves are dominant.
As Ladine looks to penetrate, but gets the ball stolen. With the crossover, gives it to Contrell Dixon for the layup. And
my goodness!
Great play there, all
Leon
around.
with the quick tap, the crossover, and then finds Dixon for the and one layup.
Yeah, I thought he actually gave it to Dixon a little too early. I thought he was going to draw the defender in a little bit, but Dixon, his quick explosiveness allowed him to get to the cup really easily and allowed him to finish that layup.
Oh, yeah, Dixon zoned in and finished that one. He really wanted that one.
Yeah, and Dixon from Benicia, the sophomore. And on that play, you seen the 6'3" Williams really dribbling the ball low, keeping it low, and that's what you like to see from your guards. As Dixon missed the free throw, Skyline will bring the ball up court. As Fontaine has the ball, looking to go inside, goes up strong and gets the basket.
Just some bully ball in there. And
oh,
you
he
see
just put his
Buckner,
head down and dribbled it straight to the hole.
So who needs post moves when I'm this big? I'll just dribble it and see who stops me.
At 6'7", 260, why not try to force your way in there with some bully ball?
Works sometimes. Works nice sometimes.
Very nice.
So there's a timeout. Solano leads 57-45 here. 13:29 in the second half.
Game's getting a kind of way from the Trojans. They have to find something, make major adjustments. Maybe Ladine has to start putting up some more buckets.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Ladine, the second leading scorer for the team, only behind Chris Fontaine with 15 points. He needs to get it going because in the first half we seen him kind of just really pace himself and look for others to get their scoring in. But it really didn't work out like he wanted to. We seen a lot of turnovers, a lot of miscommunications from him and his teammates. And then he hit 2 threes, and we thought we were going to see the scoring.
Yeah.
And now he definitely needs to pick it back up.
Yeah, I also think Kadron Buckner, he didn't play in the first game against Marin in Skyline's lone victory of the season. But we saw him last year, and he's a pretty streaky shooter. He provides a lot of energy. So I think if Buckner and Ladine can open up some perimeter play, couple that with Fontaine's presence inside, that might be a way for Skyline to keep back in here. But if you're Solano, you just got to keep with his consistency. Don't let up. Don't get sloppy. Just keep putting your foot on the pedal and try to get this lead to 15, 20 if you
don't
can.
let the lead go to your head and starts chipping down.
As we've seen, Dupachan hit the 3-point shot off the Williams assist. As Kadron Buckner gives it to Sandoval in the corner, and the Skyline Trojans swing the ball around. As you see, another mistake.
It's looking like the Falcons have that paint shut down.
As Ross turns the ball over.
I think a little overpassing there as Ross was right under the bucket.
Oh, I seen the build-up.
And now we have Kadron Buckner with the ball, setting up the offense. Gives it to Knockham, but a miscommunication.
Again.
And now Solano will have the ball.
Yeah, Buckner can't believe it. He thought that ball was tipped by a Solano player. But really, Buckner's the ball handler now as Ladine is actually out of the game, resting.
Yeah, I don't think Ladine took a break that whole first half as Ross hits the 3.
Hand down, man down.
So
they got to step up on that man.
He got the post game, and now he shows his 3-point shooting ability. Showing some versatility there.
As Buckner goes for the floater, misses, gets his own rebound, goes up again, and hits the basket.
There you just saw the vertical of Buckner just out-jumped everybody. He's not taller than some of the Solano players. He just simply out-jumped them.
They should have been boxing out. That's that hustle.
As Sterling Thomas gives it to his guard, and Williams with the corner 3. Leon Williams with the hot hand this afternoon. As we see some good defense from number 4, Rashad Tucker.
Yeah, Tucker there just tried to step in front of the Skyline. He tried to step over him, but got called for the blocking foul, 16 foul. So next Solano foul put them in the single bonus.
Ladine back in the game looking to get that ball movement going again.
Yes, as Skyline tries to feed Fontaine down low. Fontaine gives it to Ladine. Ladine gives it to Buckner. Buckner uses a screen from Fontaine, drives, kicks it out. And Lloyd misses the 3, but rebound by Buckner, and it will be Solano's ball.
Buckner very demonstrative there as he stepped on the sideline on the rebound, but Solano ball.
Yeah, you see that passion coming out. It's just that love for the game. You want to win it so bad. Every call counts.
As we see Rashad Tucker gives it to Dupachan. Dupachan gives it to Meme. Meme gives it to Tucker. Tucker looking for Thomas down low, but gives it to Ross. Ross gives it to Thomas. Thomas penetrates, drives to the hole with the left-handed finish, and he misses. As Buckner gives it to Ladine to bring up court. Ladine makes a move, gives it to Buckner in the corner. Buckner misses the 3, rebound by Andrew Meme.
5 on 3 if they hurry.
Meme gives it to Dupachan. Dupachan penetrates, gives it to Thomas. Thomas gives it to Meme. Meme to Tucker. Tucker for the 3, and he hits the 3-point shot.
I thought they were going to start passing too much, but somebody was ready to shoot. The build-up for that play was beautiful, and then he gives you the 3.
Yeah, that's a huge matchup problem with Buckner and Tucker matched up on each other. The 5'6" Tucker on the 6'3" Buckner.
As we see Knockham with the ball, gives it to Lloyd. Lloyd penetrates, and a late foul call.
Lloyd yet to do something on that wing on the left side. They keep feeding him over there, dropping dimes, and he keeps dropping his chance.
Yeah, they're just beating Lloyd to the spot because, like Brian said earlier, he doesn't have a lot of athleticism, so they're just beating him to the spot.
Like this will be a 1-on-1, as it was a non-shooting foul.
As Lloyd hits the first free throw.
So Buckner comes out of the ball game, as well as Fontaine.
And he hits the second free throw as well. Rashad Tucker will bring the ball up court. Tucker gives it to Meme. Meme looking to penetrate. Double 10, gives it to Thomas. Thomas penetrates, dishes it off to Kimbo, but Kimbo missed the ball. And a little scramble down low. As Malcolm drives to the court and he travels. Yeah, he took an extra step on that one.
And there's a little slick spot on the Solano half court. So the refs will call timeout just to dry that spot off.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of bodies hit the ground on that last possession.
And so a couple of minutes ago, I was telling how Solano wanted to get the lead to 15, maybe 20. It actually is a 20-point lead with the score being 69-49. So Solano did it way quicker than I expected.
Yeah, they played Tetris with this lead, and it just stacked up 3 after 3.
Yeah.
Their level of play right now is just through the roof.
See, you're like Tony Romo, just predicting stuff,
I
Brian.
know.
You're such a sidekick.
All right, let's see what I do here on the out-of-bounds play.
Solano will call a timeout.
So I'll do my attempt at Tony Romo. I would have Kimball set a screen for Duplatron to try to get him a layup.
So
create some movement, and then have Kimball at the end kind of pick Duplatron's man and have him try to go to the bucket, get an easy layup.
So you're predicting Kimball's giving Duplatron a screen and Duplatron coming off the screen, curling to the basket for the layup.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian. You predict he's going to finish it?
Oh, that's another story. Because we've seen Duplatron get a couple chances at the layup and not
he doesn't want to step up and be a man about it.
As we see Kimbo in the corner, Duplatron. And it's actually the other way around. And Duplatron for the 3 misses. But rebound by number 40, Daniel Zorb. As he gets his first minutes in tonight's game.
I guess we can't all be Tony Romo.
You were almost there. If you would have said it the other way around,
exactly.
you know.
Got the right players, got the right formation.
You'll get it right next time, Brian.
As we see Clayton Ledeen with the ball, gives it to Darnay Stewart, but
hustle.
Just a lot happened on that last play. And Ledeen gives it to Darnay Stewart. Stewart gives it to Zorb. Zorb with the miss on the open shot as Cabayas gets the ball. And Skyline can't buy a basket right now as Lloyd misses a three-pointer, gives it to Ledeen. Ledeen gives it to Darnay Stewart in the corner. Stewart misses, but rebound by Skyline as Ledeen gets the ball back at the top of the key.
All right, usually I'm not an advocate of one-on-one basketball, but Ledeen, you need to make a shot here because some of your teammates, oh, man.
Yeah, I guess now the time would be for some hero ball because they can't get anything working.
As Stewart penetrates with the step through, misses the shot. Zorb goes up and he hits the basket.
How many? 5, 6 opportunities at that 2 points.
They had to pull teeth and nail to get that bucket.
As Kimbo with the ball gives it to Meme. Meme passes it to Duplatron. Duplatron gets the ball stolen by Darnay Stewart. Stewart tosses it up to Ledeen, but it's too far and Ledeen cannot get it. As he tries to reset the offense, but gets the ball stolen by Meme. As Kimbo gives it back to Meme. Meme gives it to Sterling Thomas in the corner. Thomas looking to create, gives it to Rashad Tucker. Tucker gives it to Duplatron. Duplatron gives it to Thomas. Thomas for the 3, misses. Rebound by Daniel Zorb. Zorb gives it to Ledeen. And Ledeen with the bullet pass to Lloyd. Lloyd with the spin shot, misses. Rebound by Thomas. Thomas pushing the ball up court. As he gives it to Kimbo. Kimbo gives it to Tucker. Tucker penetrates with the step through and one.
The shifty Rashad Tucker, only 5'6", going into the land of the big men and finishing strong.
Yeah, he made the big man not look so big.
Yeah,
Finish with the left.
Rashad Tucker getting into the teeth of the defense with the layup and one.
Well, you know, I think it's about time Tucker did something because he's the sophomore on the team, and I mean Leon and Dixon have already showed up.
Yeah,
as well as Kimball.
Tucker hit a 3 in the second half. Didn't have any first half minutes, did Rashad Tucker, but here now with a bigger lead, getting some opportunity to play, hit a 3 and now hit that layup with an opportunity to get his 6th point of the second half.
It's never too late.
Rashad Tucker at the free throw line. And he misses. Rebound by number 41, Nicholas Phillips, as Cabayas brings the ball up court with a nice pass, but Zorb cannot handle it.
I feel like he forced that pass.
Yeah.
There were so many people inside the paint.
Nobody was guarding him. Nobody had the ball, and he was forcing it inside, like Adane said.
Yeah. Even though it got to Phillips, he still could have took a few steps in, mid-range shot, you know, just get some points. As Leon Williams with the ball. Gives it to Duplatron. Duplatron penetrates, tries to dish it off to Kimbo. Kimbo saves it, but he tries to save it, and it goes out of bounds.
I like this lineup that Coach Nagel has at this point of the game. You have your 3 guards in Duplatron, Williams, and Dixon. See how they play together, because a lot of times Solano will have to go with a 3-guard look with how small they are.
Yeah, when the guards are on point, I guess it could kind of match up with the height discrepancy. Ups and downs, I guess, and whichever way you want to weigh it.
Also, Ross is one of the forwards out on the floor. He's been impressive this evening.
Oh, yes, with the post moves and everything.
Yes. Ross, he has the same game as it was number 11 last season.
Travis Sell.
Sell, yes. They have a similar game. They can shoot the ball, do post moves, everything on the offense, and they are good defenders.
Yeah, Ross 6'4", Sell was 6'5". I think Ross is a little bit more of I would say Sell needed the ball. He didn't play off the ball as well, I think, as Ross does in terms of catch and shooting. Sell really liked to have the ball and then make his move, whereas Ross kind of plays within the flow of the offense a little bit better. But I agree with the skill set comparison.
As Cabayas gives it to Darnay Stewart. And Solano just closing all the lanes. As Darnay Stewart has the ball, goes for the floater, misses. Rebound by Maurice Kimbo. Kimbo gives it to Williams to bring it up court.
And, you know, if Leon Williams can be an R.J. Lewis, if we're going to make comparisons from last year's team, R.J. was really the leader offensively.
As Dixon misses the shot. As Darnay Stewart goes up for the shot, hits the shot.
But back to the Williams-Lewis comparison, Lewis did a little bit of everything. He was one of the top, he was the leader in assists and points, and one of the top 3 or 4 rebounders as well at the guard position. So if Leon Williams can kind of duplicate that, Williams has kind of risen himself as a playmaker for this team.
As Williams penetrates, gives it to Dixon. Dixon to Duplatron. Duplatron for the 3, and he hits another one.
That's, I think, his 4th 3-pointer of the evening.
Yes,
So
Duplatron has completely found himself. His hand is hot. He's not going to stop.
As we see Darnay Stewart penetrating, goes up for the shot, misses. And he's had a tough night tonight.
Oh, Trojans know they're playing behind the clock right now, and I think they're forcing up shots. Kind of looks like Russell Westbrook before he got Paul George and Carmelo Anthony.
Hey, Westbrook was forced to do it.
Hey, you know what, though? So the argument is he had KD, and I still feel like he could have got that ring.
Oh, of course.
And Harden. Choosing Harden, Ibaka over Harden.
Heartbreak.
Yeah, revisionist history.
As you see, Sterling Thomas gives the ball to Contrell Dixon. Dixon hands it off to Mime. Mime gives it out to Thomas. Thomas gives it to Ross. Ross with the mid-range post. Again with the spin move, but it gets blocked this time.
All ball.
Yeah, going to one too many times there.
As Caballas gives it to number 41, Nicholas Phillips, for the and one basket.
Yeah, I think Skyline, though, is kind of going with the reserve unit. None of the starters are out on the court right now for Skyline. And this is the first day of a three-day tournament, 3 games, 3 days. So if you're Skyline, you want to salvage those last 2, maybe give your starters a rest here.
Oh, yeah.
And see what your bench does.
Yeah, your starters have already, not made an impact in this game. So, yeah, you don't want to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Get your bench, give them some minutes.
As Williams penetrates, but gets the ball stolen by Phillips. And Caballas with the spin move around Williams. Caballas to the hole, dishes it off to number 34, Ashanti Hunter. And there's just a big scramble down low. As number 23, Moises Sandoval gets the basket. As Dixon has the ball. Thomas passes it to Ross. Ross penetrating, gives it to Dixon. Dixon penetrating with the spin move, with the step through. And he gets called for a travel. So far, we've seen a lot of people try to do a step through off of a spin move or like a hop step, and it's hard trying to do a step through when your body is carrying so much momentum. That's why when LeBron does it, I don't know how he does it because his whole momentum stops, and we all know LeBron is 6'8", 250, so just so much praise for that man.
I'd also like to add that LeBron travels a lot. There's this new commercial with LeBron's in it, and he travels, and I don't think anybody notices.
I think I know what commercial you're talking about.
Yeah,
but
forget William Shatner for Expedia, LeBron should be the travel expert.
Hey, everybody travels now. Traveling is the new dribbling, if you think about it.
They should allow the All-Star game travel all you want.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, an exhibition game, no dribbling.
Oh, man, that means John Wall, Russell Westbrook.
Full speed.
Yeah.
It's going to look like football.
Yeah, I don't know how you would catch them.
Yeah, could you imagine a basketball game where no dribbling is allowed and you're just able to run with your athleticism up and down the court?
I think there'd be a lot more fouls.
Yeah.
I feel like nobody would stop LeBron or KD. Or DeMarcus Cousins. I don't think anybody would stop him.
I feel like
Porzingis, you just hold the ball over your head and run down the court.
Yeah, they'd have to make a different league for them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's post-retirement basketball right there.
There you get a look at Dustin Aubert, associate head coach, dapper in a suit.
And I believe that's our own McKenna Guerrero with the camera shot. Oh, my gosh. We're used to seeing her on the floor doing reports, and she's on the camera now. She's showing she could do anything.
Yeah, she does it all.
As we see, Skyline force a turnover, and don't look now, but they're only down by 12 points.
Yeah, 3 minutes left. Solano hasn't had a bucket in a while. While Skyline has gone to their reserves, Solano's still had pretty much their starting rotational players in the ball game. Yet Skyline has crept back in this game, can't cut this lead down to 10.
I feel like Solano should throw in their reserves as well, because the Trojans throw in their reserves, and those are fresh legs. Everybody's fresh, and you've got starters in there, but they're still not fresh, and kind of dumbs their talent down.
As you can clearly see, number 41, Nicholas Phillips, just grabbed that rebound over Trayvon Ross. Number 35 penetrates. Isaac Loera with the basket.
It's a 10-point lead now. They're chipping away at this lead. Solano needs a bucket.
This game is getting very interesting as Dupachan gives the ball to Leon Williams. Williams at midcourt as he passes it to Dupachan. Dupachan for the three, and he hits another one.
Crucial bucket.
He lit the fire back up. That's exactly what they needed.
Ice in his veins. Dupachan with another three-point shot as Skyline moves the ball around. And penetrating is number 32, Cabayas, getting to the free throw line.
Yeah, that last Solano offensive possession was really important. Williams was kind of dribbling out the clock till halfway, so you're with a 10-point lead and less than 3 minutes left. You want to use as much clock as you can, but still get a good shot. And Solano did exactly that. They used about 15, 18 seconds and got that three-point look wide open, and Duplatron able to hit yet another three-point shot.
Well, that three-point shot was big. I mean, towards the end of the game, you have this lead. You want to park the bus and kind of just shut the game down. Leave the other team no chances, but you still want to score.
Yes, as Cabayas missed the first free throw, and a timeout is called. And like you said, Dane, you want to just put the game away right now, and that three was a big part of that going forward. As you can see, Leon Williams just patiently waited, and Skyline, they just don't know what to do because they either have to play off the shooters and close in the hole and don't let Williams penetrate, or they have to just let the shooters shoot the threes and hope they miss it.
Yeah, the Falcons, they were shooting threes earlier in the game and it wasn't going down for them, so the Trojans really didn't have to play that, but now they're making shots, so it opens up a whole bunch of threats. And it seems like they can't handle all these threats.
Yes, Williams really being the key to this offense tonight because, as you can see, I think it was Kimball that came up to set a screen, and Williams didn't even use it. He took one dribble and then passed it to Dupachan because he seen that the defender was caught sleeping, and Dupachan, of course, hit the three, I believe his fifth of the night.
Yeah.
So he's really hot from the three-point line. As Cabayas will get ready for his second free throw attempt. And he misses this one too, but rebound by Leon Williams. He throws it, and it goes off Cabayas.
Again, heads-up play by Williams. Just does the little things well.
Dupachan with the ball, gives it to Williams. Williams being patient, really letting the time wind down. As uses the screen from Ross, goes to the hole, penetrates, and gets the foul call.
That was a beautiful screen by Ross as the Skyline defender just ran straight into him, had no clue. Not good communication by the defense to let your guy know that there was a screen coming.
Yes, great job by Ross with the screen. And as you can see, it was Cabayas who ran into the screen, and he got his bells rung.
Yeah, Falcons playing at their own pace right now, making the Trojans play at their pace. So everything they toss at the Trojans, they have to take it how it comes.
Yes, Leon Williams with an excellent game tonight. And like you said, he can be the R.J. Lewis to this Falcons team, leading in points and assists. And he definitely has the skill set to do it this year.
I believe they're the same height too, at 6'3". So just a lot of similarities there. And that was a huge question mark coming into the Solano season, was who is going to step up and be the leader of this squad.
Sandoval with the air ball, too strong. And I believe Solano will bring the subs in with a little over a minute left in this game.
Yeah, Rajon Washington checking in. Anthony Jones checking back in. Brandon Durf for the first time. We'll see him. Rashad Tucker as well. So pretty much emptying the bench is Coach Nagel.
Yeah.
Getting ready for next round. They made it. American River. See you next round.
Yeah, and Washington and Jones, they got playing time in the first half, but ever since then, they haven't really been going. And you can see Washington hit the mid-range shot.
There's a little slick spot. Washington kind of tripped up and ended up tripping up, I believe that was Sandoval.
Yes, he looks a little shaken up, but I think he can get through it. He's grabbing at his legs.
Yeah, that when you're lanky like that, sometimes you're worried about like a stress fracture or something like that, just because how skinny you are. Not a lot of meat on those bones, but obviously okay, as he took that nasty little slip there.
And number 23, Moisés Sandoval, hits both free throws. With under a minute left, Solano up by 15 points. As they're just swinging the ball around now, trying to waste time. As Jones has the ball looking to attack with the spin move, gives it to Tucker. Tucker to Washington. Washington gives it to Durf. Durf penetrates, gets the shot blocked. And Skyline will bring the ball up court with under 30 seconds left. They feed Zorb down low. Cabayas has the ball now. Gives it to Phillips. Phillips with the pro stop. Missed the layup. Zorb with the rebound. Goes up. Misses the shot. Sandoval gets the shot to go in. And now under 10 seconds left.
And it seems like those offensive rebounds are starting to be the only reason they're scoring now.
As we can see, Solano gets the victory, and they will face American River next round. Brian, what did you see from tonight's game from Solano?
I saw the recipe for success for Solano. It's the well-balanced attack of their offense. Isaiah Duplatron was really good from outside in the second half, as well as the second part of the first half. Started a little shaky, but eventually got his stroke from the three-point range. Leon Williams, we talked about his sort of overall play and his ability to affect the offense with his scoring and his passing, as well as Mame from three. Sterling Thomas added some nice touches from the outside, and then Trayvon Ross on the inside with the post moves. A lot of Falcons contributed to this 81 points, and that's what they need to do to become successful this season.
And Dane, I'm going to ask you the same question. What did you see from Solano in tonight's game?
They started off pretty rocky first couple of minutes of the game, but they really got it picked up. Leon Williams, as well as Ladine. I'm sorry. Him and Ladine were going back and forth, but I feel like if Ladine would have stepped up more, this would have been a more competitive game because Leon showed his side because we were waiting for the Falcons to have somebody to step up because they had Fontaine inside, beasting, grabbing rebounds and everything, but that fell apart, and then Leon stepped up, so the game kind of just flipped, and then the Falcons just ran away with this one.
Yeah, after Leon Williams got it going, the game seemed to be one-sided. And speaking of Leon Williams, he will be your Best Buy Player of the Game, being interviewed by Majanique Anderson, our sideline reporter.
Hey guys, I'm with Player of the Game, Leon Williams of the men's basketball team, number 2. So Leon, you did an exceptional job tonight. So how do you prepare for games like this one?
I just put music in my ears, just tell my teammates what we got to come out and accomplish and do, and we just got to stay focused. There's nothing to it, just listen to music and teamwork.
Well, whatever music it is, they did an exceptional job. So what do you like to listen to?
A lot of, hip-hop and R&B. Favorite artist would be S.O.B., just a lot of hype music and stuff like that.
And Leon, what do you have to say for this season? What do you look forward to the most?
I look forward to my teammates. This is going to be an exceptional year for Solano, one to remember, and man, I'm just excited we got the dub. So we got to come out, we got to win tomorrow and advance the championship and take the tournament home.
Well, congratulations on your win and being the player of the game, and thank you for stopping by.